Henry Green, under 14 goalkeeper.
Ian Jones, Wellstead, under 14 winger.
Tom Ferguson, under 13s goalkeeper.
Alfie Harrison, under 13s attacking mid. Jake Morris, under 13s striker.
Isaac Godwin, under 13s wing.
Callum Fox-Jones, under 13 striker.
Tom Hughes, under 13 centre back.
And of course you all have one thing in common, you've been selected by Wales for trials. And at this stage we're going to bring in Jason Brindley, the head of academy. Tell us about these trials that have been going on at Colliers Park.
Yeah, every year the FAW with the Welsh Regional Trust host development squads, tier 1s and tier 2s, with the idea of collectively putting groups together that will then represent Wales at the Cymru Cup. So really delighted that we have such a strong presence of academy players this year. I feel this is actually our strongest group that I remember since being here in terms of the amount of players that we have involved. So credit to the players and credit to the club for developing players to have these opportunities.
Now we've got quite a big group here, which is a great thing of course, but we're going to get Tom, who's next to you. Tell us first of all, Tom, how did you feel when you were selected to represent Wales?
Excited and
Excited, I think that's a good word there. And then we've got Callum next to you. Game for you, excited?
Yeah, I was quite excited, and I knew a few of the other boys had been scouted, so I wasn't too nervous about not knowing anybody there.
And Isaac, for you, any heroes in the Welsh national side?
Yeah.
Who's your favourite player who plays for Wales?
Daniel James.
Okay, I thought you might have said Gareth Bale.
No, Daniel James plays a bit like me, so...
Okay, and how important is it, bringing you in now, Jake, how important is it as a young footballer here at TNS to look to more experienced players and see them as your role model?
Yeah, it's good because here we get loads of opportunities and we're good enough to end up being one of them.
Alfie, well, we've got TNS players behind us there because we are in the first team dressing room. I'm going to put you on the spot now. Favourite TNS player?
Probably says Lovich,
Okay, and why?
because he's just really skillful and he's a great player.
Well, I'm just going to skip you for a moment, Tom, because you've been with the setup for a little bit longer than the others. So we're going to go to Ian now. Now, Ian, what position do you play? You've already told us that.
Yeah.
Who do you model yourself on?
From TNS, Jamie Mullen, because he's fast and skillful. I like to learn off him.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've got Jamie Mullen just there over your shoulder. No, you haven't. I need to put my glasses on. That's Tom Holland. There's Jamie Mullen, just a couple of blocks down from you. And then Henry, you play in goal. So do you watch Paul Harrison and see how he's doing? Maybe Connor Roberts and Lewis Dutton as well.
Yeah, try and see what they're doing, getting up to.
And how did you get involved with TNS Academy in the first place?
I just came on trial here and got in and went from there.
And Tom, to bring you in now, because you're with the Tier 1, you've been involved at Colliers Park now for about 12 months. How did it happen for you in the first place?
I was playing a game against lots of schoolboys and one of the coaches there is a scout for Wales and scouted me from there.
And would you one day like to represent Wales proper?
Yes.
Pull on the red shirt down at the Cardiff City Stadium in an international game?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the sort of thing, Jason, bringing you in now, that when you're a young footballer, that you always have as a dream that one day you will make it to the very, very top.
Yeah, of course, you've got to have aspirations as a football player to play at the highest level possible, and for me there's no better honour than representing your country. So it's really good that the Welsh FA have developed their Welsh way game model, and there's much more of an investment in it now. In with the sort of the Welsh academies, there's a bit more investment now with UEFA, the head of coach's role with every Welsh Prem club, seen a bigger emphasis on the development of younger players, and it's really good now that these boys getting more contacts. In the past, they didn't used to have training camps prior to it. It used to go straight into Cymru Cup, so players were going in there not really aware of the expectations or the outcomes as such. So it's good now that they're getting educated about the Welsh way, their playing style, their philosophy, and you know, when they go there, they're getting clips taken, they're analysing their own sessions. It's really, really good that they get to reflect, and you know, it's done in a real professional environment as well, so they feel almost like young professional players. So it's really, really good opportunities for them, and hopefully these guys will embrace it, and I'm sure the club will be very proud. I mean, we already are proud of the boys, nonetheless.
Indeed, and Tom, we are very proud of everything that all the youngsters are achieving. Had you been to Colliers Park prior to heading off for these trials that you're on at the moment?
No. But, yeah, no.
And it's an impressive place, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Callum, have you enjoyed training up there?
Yeah, I thought like it wasn't too like pressured. Like they were training like we all knew each other, and they were trying to like make us comfortable.
And Isaac, you're there, of course, with a number of other youngsters from TNS who you regularly train and play with. How important is that, as opposed to just going up there on your own and not knowing anyone?
It's better because you don't know, you don't want to like force yourself to do mistakes in that, but with like your teammates around you, you know how they play, and yeah.
And Jake, you're enjoying yourself as well up there?
Yeah, it's good getting to know everyone and just having a good opportunity.
And likewise, Alfie, I guess you get to see some players from other teams that you also play throughout the year when you're representing TNS.
Yeah, it's good up there, knowing people who we know up there. Good standard sessions, and it's good playing with people we know.
And Tom, of course, as we've said, you've been there for about 12 months already. Have you been able to pass on any tips to your teammates here when they first got selected?
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself. I'll tell you what, that's a great way to end there, Jason, because ultimately, just be yourself and enjoy your football, and that's what these youngsters are doing.
Yeah, of course, there's no point trying to pretend to be someone that you're not, and try, you know, go out there, enjoy it, play your strengths, know what your strengths are, play with confidence, you know, and have no regrets at the end of the day. You know, it's a fantastic achievement and opportunity for the players, and yeah, just go out there and express yourself, and you know, try hardest is what we expect of them naturally anyway.
Tom, Callum, Isaac, Jake, Alfie, Tom, Ian and Henry, thank you for your time this evening. You've all been stars, and everyone at TNS wishes you the very best in the selection process with Wales.
Thanks, Rob.
You deserve.